We got a serious problem. They've decided now to have satanic prayers at the beginning of a city council meeting.
All right, in other news tonight, happening now, Tulsa's City Council is in the spotlight tonight for a prayer at the beginning of a meeting that people, including Governor Kevin Stitt, are calling satanic. News Channel 8's Tanya Motorzitsky has more after speaking with a city councilor who says it's not satanic, but paganism.
A prayer to open up last week's Tulsa City Council meeting made its rounds on social media over the weekend. Priestess Amy McAdams, who's pagan, gave the invocation using the character Medusa from Greek mythology, who has snakes for hair and known for her wrath.
Champions of equality and sacred rage, I call to Medusa, monstrous hero of the oppressed and abused. I open the eye of Medusa, the stare that petrifies injustice.
People, including Governor Kevin Stitt, calling the prayer satanic.
Open the eye of Medusa and petrify those that are. Yo, this is straight paganism. Now, paganism, that's like, obviously, I mean, they explained it. That's, Medusa, and it's just worshiping a bunch of different gods. And this is this is obviously satanic. Anybody who's a Christian knows that anything other than Christ is of the devil. It's the opposite. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We have this is a city council meeting. Like, now I understand this. Like, we live in a free country. You can express whatever religion you want. You can voice your opinion. You can believe what you like. It is what it is in this country. But it starts to raise questions and it gets a little concerning when things like this start happening, because if you know the history of America, the founding fathers of America were Christian men. This is a Christian based country as far as how the laws were made, and like the Constitution and everything. It was based off of Christianity or Christian values. So the fact that although we do have freedom of speech, allowing this kind of prayer in a city council meeting is crazy. This is literally satanic and paganism. They worship different gods. And if you really want to get deep in it, if you want to go way back, like if you know anything about Canaanites, they were pagans. And if you know what was going on back then and what they were doing, like that, all of it is satanic. The real roots of paganism, they have like human sacrifices. They do different types of blood sacrifices and very immoral beliefs and structures on how society just was. And to have this type of prayer and this belief in a government setting is wild and is very dangerous, because this can lead to other things.
Counselor Krista Patrick, who's also pagan, says her religion is not satanic. Paganism is nature-based and follows the harvest and moon cycle. She says she's sad to hear people misconstrue the message.
If for anyone that actually listened to the prayer, it asked for the strength to fight injustice so that we may achieve equality and peace for all people. And there's nothing evil about those concepts.
I spoke with the priestess on Facebook, Amy McAdams.
There's nothing evil about the intention. Of course, there's nothing wrong with wanting to fight for equality, and the reasons and the drive behind it isn't the problem. The problem is the power that you're trying to use to attain those things, or the power you're calling on to acquire what it is that you want. No, you're wanting and your drive for, equality and all those things. That's not the problem. The problem is who it is that you're calling to, because Medusa is a demon. And any other power you try to call to pray to, if it's not Jesus, the Son of God, and Yahweh, you automatically lost. You automatically are not, you not praying to God. You're not praying to the Heavenly Father. You praying to a different being. Yo, this is dangerous. Like, this is concerning, because this is I've just saw this, and I don't even know. I don't know. I don't think this has ever happened before. If it has, I've never seen it. But imagine this, like, this is our government, the government, and they're allowing this to happen. Like, and this is just one city council meeting in Tulsa. Like, what happens if they start doing this instead of having, like, when you go to court and you gotta put your hand on the Bible? Like, what happens when they put, I don't know, the Satanic Bible? Because now like, what's stopping you from doing that? I feel like it could. I feel like this is just a start. I feel like this is dangerous, and this is only the start. Now, I don't think it should be anything to fear. I don't think any Christian should be in fear of anything, because at the end of the day, God is always in control of everything, and there should be no fear. But I don't think there's anything wrong with acknowledging the dangers of situations like this. This is not okay.
She says the story of Medusa is actually her fighting for justice, especially women. On Facebook, she tells me, I think where a lot of people get stuck is with the word serpent. Many Christians equate any reference to snakes or serpents directly with Satan, but I am referencing the serpents that make up Medusa's hair. This is classical mythology. Before Christians, snakes were ancient symbols of healing and transformation. Stevie Charas, who saw the video, says this was not done right at all. She says she was once part of the Rotary leadership for invocations. She says it's supposed to be neutral.
Really, I mean, it felt very satanic to me.
Patrick says people from all religions give the invocation.
Everybody could feel like this is their city hall.
Adam says this criticism highlights a bigger issue. The Christian nationalist movement is growing, especially here in Oklahoma. We already have Bibles being pushed in public schools. This is directly taking spiritual liberties and freedoms away from minority religions and those who choose no religion. But I give the invocation that I was invited to give, and simply by being pagan in public, I am somehow threatening religious liberties of those Christian nationalists.
And that was Tanya Motorzitsky reporting. According to the city of Tulsa, questions should be directed to Tulsa City Council.
Yeah, I don't really see how any of this can result in anything good. And this is the problem with free speech. And like, are these are the challenges of having free speech. Now, nobody should be oppressed. I don't think that. And I think people should be able to express what they believe. Okay, cool. But it's just not right. Like, it's just not right. It's not like, bro, it's and then she brought up that our Bibles are being pushed on people and all these things. It's funny, like, the same people who try to claim that Christianity is being forced down people's throats and is being pushed. It's at this point, everything but Christianity has been getting pushed, because I couldn't remember the last time I ever seen a Christian commercial, or how much it's promoted on, like, television and in the media. Is nowhere near like the LGBTQ community. Like, you could turn on your TV, you'll see 1,000 commercials about that, or you'll see it in TV shows, you'll see it in movies, little kids shows. You got books in elementary schools and middle schools promoting that stuff. Like, but nobody's complaining about that. Nobody wants to mention that. But as soon as someone says anything about Christianity, it's like, whoa, why are you pushing it on me? Why are you forcing it on me? Oh my God, it's so crazy. I don't even know what to say. Like, I didn't even think we'd ever get to this point to where we can have a prayer like this during a government meeting. I want to know what y'all think in the comments, because this is wild. And at the end of the day, if Christianity was being pushed in America most of the time, regardless if you believe it or not, like I said before, America, the United States, is a Christian based country. The foundation of it was Christian morals. So obviously, it's going to push that. That's just common sense. You're not gonna go to the Middle East. You're not gonna go to Saudi Arabia and all these places and these um Islam heavy based and foundational countries and territories, and expect them to be pushing Judaism. It doesn't make sense. Any country that has a founding religion, that religion will be pushed if it's based on that. That's just common sense. So it honestly, when I see stuff like this and how heavy all these other different beliefs and systems are being pushed other than Christianity, it's showing to me when I see things like this, it shows how the enemy or Satan is trying to use this free speech to just basically warp America. America is a Christian based country, but because we want to be so everything needs to be so equal, they push all these other things in the name of equality when it's not equal at all. And Christianity is they're trying to push it down and silence Christ in America, and they're trying to succeed, but I don't I highly doubt that it will be that way. Especially now how Trump moving and as a president, all these executive moves and all this stuff. But this is insane. I didn't think we'd ever get to this point. But if y'all got some thoughts about it, let me know in the comments. Yeah, man, this is crazy. But like, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.